Next up in our oven skills, we're gonna tackle broiling. All right, for our broiling section here, I have a piece of marinated salmon. I have fresh grated ginger on there with salt, garlic powder, and black pepper, and a little bit of lemon juice. And also for demonstrating purposes, I have an Anaheim pepper. I'm gonna show you how you can broil these two different items, either a protein or a vegetable, to create something really fantastic. And then for the salmon, what we're doing is we're broiling it on high for probably around anywhere from 7 to 12 minutes, depending on how thick of a cut of salmon we got. There we have our perfectly broiled salmon. Our broiled pepper, Anaheim pepper, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come through and we're gonna actually just peel off the skin. So when people actually can have some digestive issues, this is really what's affecting them when they're eating peppers, is this outer skin. It's like a protective layer for the vegetable. And so if you broil it for about 4 minutes, about 1.5 minutes on each side, you'll be able to come through here, peel off the skin, and then you'll have this delicious roasted pepper that you can put into sauces or slice up and put on top of your finished dish. Next up on the stovetop, we're gonna tackle braising. All right, so what is braising? So I have a Le Creuset, or Creuset, depending on how you pronounce it, I'm not sure, braising pan. And so basically it's a heavy bottom cast iron pan that's really shallow. And cast iron will work, a skillet will work, you can braise in pretty much anything, but this pan is just specifically for this purpose. And what braising is basically turning up high heat for about 60 seconds to 1.5 minutes on each side of, say, either tofu or what we're gonna be braising today is a fillet of cod. And high heat for about 60 seconds on the side, then you're gonna crank it down low, cover it, and let it finish cooking like that. And basically what that's gonna give you is a nice crust on the outside of a sear on a piece of meat or on fish or on tofu, and it's gonna keep the interior nice and moist and delicious, and that's what we're looking for. All right, I'm heating up my oil in my braising pan, and a quick trick is to flick a little bit of water, and once you hear that hissing sound, you know it's ready to go. So I got my piece of marinated cod here. I have some lemon juice, salt and pepper. I'm keeping it really basic, and I'm gonna dredge it, and I'm gonna go over what dredging is here in a second, in this almond flour mix that I have seasoned with salt, smoked paprika, and garlic. So dredging is the process where I'm gonna take a piece of meat or protein and I'm going to drag it through the seasoned flour so that way it's gonna coat the outside of it. And you can also dredge in yolk for eggs as a binding agent as well. And depending on if you're like making fried chicken or fried tofu or things like that, this is a different technique that you can use that'll allow you to expedite your process. All right, so we have our cod in here, flipped it over. I got a little bit of butter in there as well. And I've turned it down so that way it's gonna start cooking the interior of that cod. All right, so our braised cod is looking fantastic. Probably has about 2 minutes left. I've been cooking it for about 5 now. And you can see it's getting all these juices coming out of it, which is great to be putting on top of rice or vegetables. And there we have our braised cod with a parsley, citrus rice, and roasted vegetables. Excellent option for a midweek meal. Takes about 20 minutes in total to make the whole thing.